Alright, Refaction. So, surprise video for today. I didn't expect there to be any game-related stuff, but apparently Overwatch just decided to do a director's take on Juno, Clash, and a look ahead to the mid-season patch. And since we're going to be playing Overwatch on Sunday, might as well take a look at what we got here. Apparently the person's name is Alec. Hey y'all, Alec here. This week's director's take will be a small reflection on the first half of Season 12 with the release of Juno and Clash, as well as take a brief look at some tweaks coming in the mid-season patch and beyond. Checking in on Juno. Let's start with Juno. Honestly, it's been a joy seeing the community fall in love with our favorite Martian. We started her on a prototype early last year and went through many iterations to get the Juno you see today. Heck, we're still a little worried about the lock-on damage ability, but y'all seem to have acclimated well to combating her pulsar torpedoes. I mean, you can eat them, you can block them, all that kind of stuff. Since that first round of buffs shortly after her release, Juno remained in that safe side of strong zone we aim for. While Juno finds success in most modes, she does particularly well on payload and hybrid matches of Circuit Royale, King's Road, and Blizzard Road. This is quite different than a hero like Lucio, whose best modes are typically Flashpoint and Control. It's still early, and there's some indication that her speed may be more useful in tight corridors and less open spaces. Seeing things are still settling as far as competition goes, but if Overwatch Champion Series Korea is setting the trend, expect to see Juno getting paired with Ana or Brig in more weeks ahead. So I gotta bring my Brig out. Got it. Overall, we're very happy with Juno's introduction to Overwatch 2. Your feedback during the trial led to plenty of changes going to Season 12, and the team loves seeing all the fan art, gameplay clips, and genuine excitement for Juno over the last few weeks. As we progress further into the season, we're going to let Juno sit in her current state for a bit and observe some elements of her kit mature over time to see if additional changes are needed. For example, how allies play with her ultimate. Thanks for the warm reception. I mean, yeah. Juno's a fun character and everything, and a lot of that other stuff. So it's really quite interesting. Next steps for Clash. One of the other big additions in Season 12 was a new game mode, Clash. When we set out to make Clash, we wanted to contain more consistent action than other modes, where you wouldn't feel like you're taking long treks to the next team fight or objective. At one point during development, there was so much action that it became hard for folks to have a clear understanding of which point was active at any given time. Nothing worse than winning a team fight on the wrong point. With Clash now live, not only does it stand out in terms of pacing, Clash is fast and frantic, but the communication of where the match stands is also much more clear. Your feedback was quite helpful to confirm the suspicion we had. Going for the last objective, A or E was a Herculean task and generally not worth it. So we split up the final points into 3 segments to make it easier to acquire at least a single point on A or E. Even with some of those early changes in Clash, we think more tweaks are needed, so here are our current priorities in order for adjustments in Clash. decrease the current stomp rate and number of matches with extremely short durations, incentivize attacking A or E objectives even more for the attackers, increase the overall feeling of fairness, keep Clash clear and understandable. Ultimately, we'll be implementing these series of changes that can independently target different aspects of Clash while keeping the above priorities intact. Why are these priorities so important? Let's take a closer look. Okay, get that. So how they're saying Clash is it's kind of working like Control, where like yeah, here's the point and everything, and you gotta like capture it, but it doesn't take as long as Control does. And then you have the last part is going to be kind of like how it was in with 2 CP. Attacking into the enemy side of the map should feel more forward, but currently there are games of Clash you lose even though you felt your team had the upper hand the majority of the match. A defending team can snowball 2 fights into a final fight to send a point, and when your team, the fierce attackers, didn't have the opportunity to group yet. Well, make some tweaks to increase the feeling of fairness for this, particularly on the B and D objectives. Okay. Okay. So now we're going on to the talks about nerfs. There's some light changes that will go into Season 12's mid-season patch. Fuck. Sorry. And our first full round of tweaks will come at the start of Season 13. Thanks for the feedback. Finally, as we head into Season 12's mid-season patch, we're looking at the survivability of tanks. Since our bigger tank in patch 2.11.1, tank survivability shot up and it felt very difficult to punish tanks effectively, D.Va especially. We want to pull back slightly, looking specifically at the power of armor and some defensive passives given to the tank role. Expect those changes and more to drop next week. Beyond the mid-season balance changes, we're currently experimenting with reducing the effectiveness of certain hero counters, such as beam damage against a subset of tanks while using their defensive abilities. Sombra has been a hot topic lately, and we're looking at the changes to her stealth duration, among other things. You can look forward to these updates in the mid-season update coming next week, along with the Overwatch 2 and World of Warcraft special cosmetic events. I suppose I'm supposed to drop some WoW puns, but a large gust of wind blew through the camp and scattered them around Stinglethorn. Thanks everyone, let's make a great game. Hold on a second. Isn't there a whole thing I should probably also watch? Where is it? I mean, I suppose I should probably look for it. There it is. Found it. Alright, so this is the collaboration trailer, and you received my YouTube recommendation. Sorry about that. I apologize. But Overwatch 2 X World of Warcraft collaboration trailer. Let's watch it and talk about it. No. I know nothing about WoW either, so. Wait, hold on. Try that again.
Payload's ready to move.
Not gonna lie, I like that. I like that Reinhardt skin. It's like if Coldheart what was like more, you know, what you expected to be, and his hammer was actually just a giant lance. I really do like that. Oh boy. I'm sorry, unless, like, just for that skin, it looks like a bow with, like, a, you know, a scope on it. I don't know how much I'm going to like that skin. Because it's going to be kind of weird seeing this character. Because, like, everything else looks great. It's just, like, is it going to be a bow? And is that going to, like, kind of change how things go? I don't know. Be interesting to see what they do with it, though.
This hunk of junk moving!
You can hide, but you cannot escape.
We need a healer.
I am happy to serve. I sense that you're...
I'm sorry, when you look at an orc or an ogre, and you just see them with, like, meditating. It just kind of unnerving to me. But I wonder how some of the other like voice line interactions that he has is going to work with like this skin.
Hardest battle is yet to come.
Rope up with me! I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Now it's going to get interesting. Our spirit will triumph. We'll have to force our way through. This is not over.
Got it. Package secured. I foresee great things for you.
Okay, one. Why? This is like the last group I would see Widow being like associated with on like a roller coaster ride. Reinhardt, Torb, I get it. Zen being there, kind of being funny and hilarious. Widow though? Widow though? Huh. Interesting. Oh well. Well, that was the director's take for Overwatch 2 mid-season update that's coming out alongside the Overwatch 2 World of Warcraft collab that's coming out on probably this coming Tuesday. So I guess Sunday we'll do Overwatch, do some stuff, kind of play around more with like how Clash and everything works. If they're talking about, you know, Juno and Brig working well together, that could be very interesting. It could lead to a lot more Brig gameplay. I feel though if you're a Juno and you feel like Juno's not working, you can go to Ana and then have the other person that was playing Brig go to Juno instead. But yeah, other than that, that's the video. I wasn't expecting to have to record one today, but I saw that and I thought I might as well, you know, react to it because I do Twids on Thursday. So why not do an Overwatch one because there's Overwatch stuff. So yeah, we got a good old Overwatch 2 quick play and comp live stream on Sunday, and then we have probably do a little bit of Destiny, and then do a little bit of Overwatch as well on Wednesday. So yeah, I think we'll start with Destiny for a little bit, and then we'll do some, you know, Iron Banner, might do some comp, and then go to do Overwatch. To round out our night. But with that being said, Red Faction, I thank you guys for watching this. Be sure to follow me over and join the Purple Faction, and wait for me to be live on Sunday, 11 a.m. So with that being said, I'll see y'all later.